This is another thing that's quite tough. If you look at things like Geordie Shore, like there's a couple of them on there that have had so much plastic surgery, and that might be from an insecurity standpoint. So I don't want to say the reason they've got it, but fake boobs, bum implants, everything. And lipo. There's one girl like liposuction, but now they're selling
fitness
your
plans.
skinny teas, your fitness plans, saying this is how I did it. It's like, well, it's not how you did it. You're completely lying. There has to be some legislation here. There has to be some legality to say you can't do that. You're lying to people, but people just see that visual. But again, it's down to people.
Been doing that for years.
At the same fucking time, right, it's got to come down to the consumer. They've got to take a little bit of credit to go, that's not true.
Yeah, you got to remember who they're selling to, but.
Well, that's where I think there's an issue here with the advertising. Are they accountable for it? Is this not just pure advertising? And I say no, they're advocates, not advertisers. They're putting their face and reputation. If Under Armour got torn down for something, The Rock is still affiliated with it. So if an influencer is selling that thing, they're still affiliated with it. They're putting it on their profile. They're voicing their support for this product. It's not clear cut, like it's not a TV commercial or it's an ad in a magazine or on a YouTube ad. That's different to them saying, hey guys, I really like this ballerina tee that actually makes you shit yourself.
But there's a difference between Under Armour being like a physical, objective thing that you wear, for example. Like, I don't mind when people are on there and they're selling clothes, or they might be selling electronics or doing things like that, because they may like that brand, they might like their clothes. I don't like it, but you might love that clothes. But when you're starting to ingest stuff, physically, food,
and say it's good for you,
and say it's good for you with no benefit, then you're going to run into a little bit of a problem.
Yeah.
I follow some people online, some influencers like Paula Lima, for example, who I think is the funniest person on social media, like
amazing. The
best page to follow. He does ads for like Google Echo or like these sort of brands and clothing brands, and does this, and it's like, fine, that's how he makes a living, like good on you. But he doesn't sell any shit.
Yeah.
That's where I start to get a little bit hurt. But again, I think even just having this conversation, obviously you are so much more intelligent about it. I just always revert back to health and fitness influencers.
Well, that's where I think the most danger can come, because let's talk about Belle Gibson now. She is...
Is she related to Mel Gibson?
He'd hope not. So
he's pretty fucking
she's this influencer who got huge acclaim. She worked with Apple on an app development. She worked with Penguin Books, published her book that was called The Whole Pantry, and she said that she healed her brain cancer through like eating clean and eating well. And then it turned out she never had cancer. She's been disgraced. People like.
But she should be in prison.
Fined.
She shouldn't be disgraced. She should be in prison.
So she's been fined, but she's been fined for misrepresenting that she donated money to charity rather than any of the other stuff.
Because people have believed her and bought her into her ways. We saw the Alkaline
People have died because of it.
People have died for these things. So they will cure cancer. So that's the way they go. So they don't go for modern medicine. They just go for this alternative route.
Yeah, there was
dying. But if that happens, even if one person dies and it's your thing,
should be held accountable.
Have to be held accountable.
Because like you think about it, everyone knows that chemotherapy is used for cancer treatment, and people know it sucks. Like the side effects of that are pretty extreme. And then if you know someone or someone you trust is going, hey, eat this food, it fucking saved me. You're going to be like, chemo or eat food or eat and cook a different way. It's like, fuck, I'm going to try that. And it can be that 6 months a year where you're doing something else, you're going to get worse. And that could be the difference between you like literally living and dying.
Yeah, that if a million people say a stupid thing, it's still stupid.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how many people are fucking talking about it, it's still stupid. It doesn't matter how many people believe in it, it can still be stupid. There's some. Let's talk about a couple more influencers when we're on here, just to take it up a notch.
Kimmy K.
the stinkers, which go through. So the Kardashians get a lot of criticism. Like Scott Disick was selling a booty product, and he copy pasted the caption that the marketeer had sent, and it was like, "Hi Scott, please post this at 6 p.m. and then the caption, and he posted, "Hi Scott, please post this as he." So these people, like, they're making millions, you expect a bit. But this was an interesting one because Kim Kardashian promoted this morning sickness drug on her Instagram and said, like, "I love this morning sickness drug. It helps me with my nausea while I'm pregnant, yada." And then the FDA intervened and said, actually, you didn't disclose all the possible side effects of taking this drug. You need to take that post down, put it up again. So that kind of goes to show the immaturity that some of these influencers have, or the misunderstanding of the industry that they're engaging with.
Yeah.
It didn't have a huge negative impact, but it's been a big talking point in academic circles about, like, influencers, should they be blamed for it, or should the brand have briefed her that
Both.
was the rules?
Both. You still have to be held accountable for whatever you're posting.
And she's saying use it, and so
Yeah.
she should have
that's
to
it.
post the side effects, because she's telling people, and then they go, "Oh, well, it's a medication. You can't take that lightly."
Yeah, and the Kardashians have so much say over this world now. Like, it's
Yeah.
absolutely bonkers. Like, people live on their every word. Like, look at their followings. They are absolutely massive, and they were bought through this rise of social media. They own social media.